I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own a 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star. Muramasa, the Demon Blade, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, I'm not great at pronouncing Japanese stuff, is basically taking two different characters and different stories and everything, but they cross paths a few times throughout the game. Anyway, we take the first guy, who is, I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong again, Kazuki, I guess. He is being chased down for crimes that he doesn't remember, and the other one, Mohami, I think her name is basically possessed by this demon soul character, and he is a crazy swordsman who beats the living shit out of anybody or kills anybody who messes with him. So as I was saying, they have totally different stories, and it's great to see all these different sides and backgrounds from these characters and how they act and all that. What I feel is the main problem of the game story is basically it's not very engaging. Even the ending, I mean, I felt throughout the game it was good, but I just never got into these characters or felt bad or hated them, and that's kind of sad. But everything else from the dialogue works with the original Japanese voice acting, and overall I have to say I was interested in the characters, but the story just wasn't engaging or present enough to get you into the game totally. This may be one of the only games I ever give a 10 in graphic department, simply because I think they're the best graphics for 2D games. Don't get confused, this is not all games, but for 2D games, these are simply some of the best I've seen. The animations are very smooth, the design is wonderful, it reminds me of this old Japanese art style, and it just works really well for the theme. The movements, everything in this game, from the fighting, to just the walking, to the emotions of the characters, everything works really well, and the graphics are simply amazing. The only way they'd be better if they were HD, but for what they are absolutely some of the best 2D graphics I've ever seen. The gameplay works pretty well here, I'm not gonna lie. It's not a lot of depth in it, but it does work enough that you're going to enjoy it. Basically use B button for everything. Not just to say you just press B button alone, use different B attacks such as backwards B, upwards B, jump B, jump down B, hold B down, and so on. You get the idea. B is also to block and reflect attacks, so you can do that too. Not only do you have the B button in this, but you also have the X. The X button unleashes a special attack for each weapon that you obtain. Moving on to weapons you obtain, you'll obtain throughout this game a lot of different swords. Not only will you get them from beating bosses, but you also can forge them. Forging those weapons will create new swords with obviously better stats, and also you'll have to fulfill the stat quota, and once you do, this new sword will give you a new special. Through getting different specials for different situations will obviously work better for different enemies, and so on. So that's a pretty cool feature, and definitely a feature I like a lot is forging different weapons and gaining all new ones, kind of like catching them all. Go Pokemon bullshit. Now what's funny about this game is it does remind me of Dishwasher, but a lot more fun. What I'm saying is the RPG elements just bring it more into tune. It makes it just more fun to play, gaining new levels as you kill these enemies over and over again. Now you're probably wondering, how do these enemies work? What is there, a set amount of enemies in each area? Well, similar to that. Basically, enemies are random encounters. Yes, it's kind of funny. Each area you go into, you might meet an enemy, or you might just go right past that area. If you do meet an enemy in that area, you will have to kill all the enemies there to clear that area, and then you can move to the next. Each area is broken up into boxes similar to Shadow Complex, or any game of that fashion like Castlevania or Metroid, the old ones. And that's basically what the gameplay consists of. Knocking out enemies throughout the areas, gaining new weapons, killing the huge-ass fun boss battles, and overall it's just a fun, easy, and exciting game to play. My enjoyment is high here, no doubt. I had a lot of fun playing this game. Each story, I would say, is average to anywhere from 6 to 7 hours. 5 hours if you rush through it, 7 hours if you do a few side missions, or you can lengthen your experience by doing all the side missions and keep leveling up. It can be anywhere from 12 to 15 hours for each story. You have 2 stories here, So whichever one you want to do first is totally up to you, or you want to go back and forth. Each of them has about 8 acts, I believe. It's 8, yes, 8 acts. And, you know, some take a little longer than others, but overall, none feel like they drag on too long, and each probably takes around 45 minutes, I would say about as average for each act. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with this game. I like to collect a lot of different weapons and use different specials on different enemies. The boss battles were extremely fun in this game, extremely fun. They were usually big. Even the first enemies were bigger than you, much bigger than you, but small. As you move on, you'll fight anything from only fighting a foot, because the fucking enemy's so big he's in the sky, to fighting dragons, to fighting octopuses. I mean, you'll fight crazy-ass monsters, and it really never gets boring. So the game does a good job of doing a lot of things in one. It gives you the RPG element, it gives you the adventure, it gives you the, you know, looking around for items. Overall, this game's just a lot of fun, easy to pick up, hard to master if you really want to get into it. But if you like going around killing monsters and this old Japanese style art, you're gonna love this game.